Hey everyone, EnigmaCoinCollector here. Happy New Year and happy 2023. It's crazy to think that it's already 2023, and as is customary on the channel, it's the end of the year, so I will be doing a recap of the progress the channel has made over 2022 and show you the progress I made in some of my albums. I'm not going to show you all the albums because that would take a long time, but I did make some pretty significant progress on some of my coin collection. So without further ado, let's get out the stats for 2022. You can see that we created the channel on January 29th, 2020, right before the pandemic hit. So we'll be coming up on our 3-year anniversary of this creation of the stream, the channel. Really, really exciting. I have the stats for last year and then the stats for this year and the change over here to the right. So let's dig into it. When we started 2021, 1,191 subscribers. And at the time of this recording, which is probably going to go up a little bit between now and then, 2,975, an increase of 1,784 subscribers. Guys, I cannot thank you enough. We gained more subscribers this year than the last year total. So we're definitely going up in a positive manner in terms of channel growth. Thank you very, very much. This time last year, I had 257 videos. This year, I have 532 videos. And that's an increase of 275. Now, a lot of that is augmented with the fact that I've been doing shorts, but it's still really cool to see the channel grow. Last year, we had a channel total of 7,214 likes. This year, 19,712 with a difference of, an increase of 12,498 likes. That is crazy. Just goes to show you that the channel is growing positively. Same thing with comments. 8,151 more comments this year than last year, where we only had a little over 4,000. Crazy. Last year we had 201 shares. This year up to 854. Again, 653 more shares this year. Views. This is where it gets nuts. And this, again, is heavily augmented due to the fact that I'm doing shorts. But 36,000 views last year. 719,000, almost 750,000 views this year. They're just nuts. An increase of 683,000 views. That is just crazy. And minutes watched, we almost have 500,000 minutes watched on the channel, which is just mind-blowing. I still can't believe that many people watch the channel. And I know I say this a lot, but just thank you so very, very much for all of your support. All right, let's get into the coinage. Now, I will say that it is interesting to take a look at the different types of coins that we hunted this year, because it shows you what the direction the channel did in this year, which is kind of cool. Last year, we hunted 9 boxes of pennies. This year, I only got 4 boxes hunted, which is kind of the theme for everything except for the $half. I got really busy. I've got a family. I've got lots of stuff going on at work, and I just didn't have enough time or as much time to hunt all the other denominations as I usually did in years past. So you can see that we're down pretty significant with total number of pennies hunted. Only 10,000 pennies I hunted this year for a total of 42 weeks. The nickels, same thing. I only hunted 6 boxes this year as opposed to 12 last year. So yeah, half as many. We did get 4 buffaloes and 5 war nickels. Dimes, 1 less box than last year. We did get our first 2 Merc dimes, which is really, really cool, and 10 silver Roosevelt dimes. So that is still pretty decent. Quarters, we did do a pretty good job improving on, and that was something I believe I wanted to do this year, so goal achieved. 9 boxes hunted last year, 17 this year, for a total of 34,000 quarters hunted. I should have that in green. 4 silvers and 16 W's for the year. And then halves. I did a lot more live streams this year, and you can tell, last year I have 147 boxes hunted. Granted, I did move, but 64 boxes of halves hunted for a total of 250,000 halves that we've gone through. Crazy. Now, I will say that the silver was down for the year, and I will also admit that I did a very bad job of keeping track of how many silvers total between live streams, boxes hunted, and just going through extra boxes that I had and putting them on the shorts. So my goal for this year is to really do a much better job at keeping track of the boxes that I hunt, even the ones that are skunked and I don't do it, and I just turn them back in, that I don't hunt on the live streams or the shorts. So this is an estimate, but I think it's a pretty close estimate. 146 40%ers found this year, 21 90%ers, only 1 Benji, and only 3 walkers. So the silver was down for 2022. Again, I hope to do a better job at keeping track of that for 2023. But all in all, we did have an increase. Last year, we had 231,000 coins. This year, 337,000 coins. So a third of 1,000,000 coins hunted on the channel. Went up again. Really happy to see that. So those are the stats for 2022. What I do want to do right now is to show you a few of my albums and show you the progress that we made, and then we'll end the video. The first album I want to show you is the Washington Quarter Silver album. The first one because we made a lot of progress on this year. Didn't have too many of these spots filled at the end of last year, and pretty much most of us came from the last silver purchase that I did at the end of the year. So was really excited to get a lot of semi and a key date quarter. Obviously, we have a lot of work to be done on this, but really happy with the progress, seeing that, you know, we basically are approaching, we basically have a third of this full. And last year, I think we only had 1 or 2 of these holes plugged. So very cool in that regard. The next albums I have are going to be $half albums because we made a lot of progress there. Specifically, the Ben Franklin album is really looking good. We are only missing a total of 3 of them. So we just need the 1948, a 1954S, and a 1959, and those are not hard to get at all. We've got all the harder dates, and I'm really happy with that. Got to do some work on upgrading some of these really corroded and tone coins. I do like tone coins, but for the albums, I do want to have a better example in there. So we definitely made a lot of progress there. Really impressed and proud of the work we did on the Ben Franklin album this year. The Walker albums also did really well. In Walker album number 2, we are only missing a 37D, a 37S, and a 46S and a 47D. And those are pretty easy to get. The 37D, maybe not so much, but definitely doable. Definitely looking pretty darn good. And then, thanks to a lot of trades, I think Boston Baked Beans helped a lot with this. The first Walker album is looking much better than it did last year as well. We are only missing a handful of them. They are the harder ones. Of course, we're missing the 21D, 17D Obverse Mint Mark, and some of the other ones. But these are all fairly doable. 36D should be pretty easy to get. The other one, you know, it's 34D. Definitely easier to get, but some of them, 1,000,000, 1.6, 1.6. So we have some work to do, and some of these could really use some upgrades. But honestly, very happy with the progress we made here. Got the 1916 there. That's really cool to see there, and the obverse bit marks as well. So made a lot of progress there. Very happy with those. And then the last albums I want to show you are the Morgans. You know, I started a Morgan a month mantra, and I think I only missed November, and just purchasing a Morgan a month at least. And you can see we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this album. This is the second book. Yep. In the first book, we made a lot of progress. This is where most of the finds are at. But you can see we did a lot of good work here this year. A lot of these holes are getting filled. Some of them have some pretty nice examples. Bought my first Carson City Morgan this year, so made a lot of progress. Very happy with that. Obviously, we've got lots of holes to fill, but that can be the goal for 2023. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap things up for 2022. I'm really excited for 2023. I'm going to hope to hunt more quarters, nickels, pennies, and dimes, keep up the live streams, and keep improving the channel each and every time I go and work on it. Guys, again, thank you so much for the support. I think maybe by the time we hit this video, we hit 3,000 subscribers, which is an awesome milestone. I hope that you have lots of silver in 2023, and I hope to see you around on the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Catch you on the next one.